On this day, when we remember the people who died while serving in the country's armed forces, we also wanted to take a few moments to show you how people are honoring those who served and are still with us. Recently, I accompanied dozens of vets from North Dakota and Minnesota on a trip to Washington, D.C. There, photographer Dave Erickson and I saw firsthand how respectful people were to them.
All right, everybody, get out of our way. See all these people? We're going through it all.
There's nothing more exciting than having the busiest of Washington, D.C. streets to yourself. To accomplish that, you need a police escort who's skilled at letting drivers know that they need to get out of the way. With a motorcycle out front and an SUV blocking off traffic at certain intersections, our veterans from Minnesota and North Dakota rolled from place to place. In one instance, the usual 45-minute trip from our hotel to the National Archives was trimmed to just 12 minutes.
Get out of our way.
These well-trained road warriors are the same officers who escort the president and other dignitaries around Washington, D.C., so our vets felt quite honored.
Like I said, to you guys, God bless you guys. God bless you. Thank you.
From the time we arrived in Washington to the time we left, it seemed there was someone applauding or cheering at nearly every stop. Outside the National Archives, a group of students from Oklahoma wanted to get their pictures taken with our vets. At the World War II Memorial, students from Horizon Middle School in Moorhead gathered for a photo, showing off a huge blue and orange mass, with the students then presenting wreaths and gifts to the soldiers.
It's been a very good trip.
Good tears, though.
Yeah, I bet.
And if that wasn't touching enough, as the former soldiers made their way to the changing of the guard ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery, high school students from somewhere in the country who were leaving shook the hands of the veterans and thanked them for their service.
Welcome on!
The trip culminated with an incredible return to Fargo, where one person described it as the largest welcome home for an honor flight ever.
This trip is fantastic to see all of this, and the people that say thank you for the service, the young people, everybody is just tremendous.
It just makes us so grateful for the opportunity to work with these heroes every single day.
And on a personal note, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to the vets last Monday night. I had to run back to the station to do a story on the return for the late news. I just wanted to say thanks for sharing your time, your stories, and your amazing zest for life. People like Merle Anderson, Clayton Lindstedt, Dennis Dykema, Ralph Janke, and everyone else on the trip, thanks for serving. And there's one other name to mention, and I do so with sadness. Jerry Fugelseth of Fertile, Minnesota was on that trip. He passed away unexpectedly Friday at 81 years of age. Jerry served during the Korean War as a member of the 3rd Marines. His funeral is scheduled for next Sunday, June 3rd, at the Little Norway Church in rural Fertile, Minnesota, starting at 2 p.m. We here at Valley News Live offer our condolences to his family and all of those who knew Jerry.